Good evening and welcome to the National News Broadcast. We are going to bring you the top stories from home and around the world. I'm Natalia Veeravardhana.
A very good evening to you indeed. I'm Shahar Herat. Now let's first have a look at the headlines for tonight.
The Tantirimale Reservoir project commences. Minister Ruwan Wijewardena says that there is no threat to the country due to lifting of emergency. Faiza Mustafa requests to provide facilities to obtain services of female Kati officials in Kati courts. Nimal Siripala Silva says that a decision would be taken regarding SLFP presidential candidate before the 3rd of next month.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the challenge that lies before us is whether we would build our country with our own effort through a path of export economy or whether we would retreat in isolation. He further points out that Sri Lanka should be turned into a centre of export economy of the world once again, like in the eras of Rajarata and Kotte. The Prime Minister made these remarks at a ceremony to lay foundation stone on the Tantirimale Reservoir project today. The proposed reservoir to be constructed in Tantirimale damming the lower Malwatu Oya will fulfill drinking water requirements of residents in the Anuradhapura, Vavuniya and Mana districts. This would become the third largest reservoir to be constructed in the country. The Prime Minister has laid foundation stone for construction of the Tantirimale Reservoir at the auspicious time of 9 o'clock this morning. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that we are unable to get enmeshed in traditional agriculture. We have to get into modern agriculture. It is imperative to gain access to technological knowledge. Agriculture should be turned into an export-oriented format. The Prime Minister further said that they are unable to remain begging nation. We have to come out of this pit. The biggest challenge in the next 5 years would be we would come over or fall into the crisis. We have to decide whether we would create an export-oriented commercial economy as in the days of the ancient kingdoms or to remain in a collapsed state. After the bomb attack, many progressive activities such as the commencement of construction of the Tantirimale Reservoir and the development programs such as Gamperaliya were able to be implemented. Safeguarding of the nation means making the country economically strong.
විශාල පින්මක් පයින්න ඕන මේ රටේ අපනයන ආර්ථිකයක් ඇති කරන්න. අන්නේ විසඳුම තිබුණාම තමයි මේ රට ගොඩ එන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මම ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
Total investment of the project is 22.9 billion rupees. With the completion of construction, it would be possible to engage in paddy cultivations in an extent of 30,680 acres, both in the Yala and Maha seasons. In addition, 50,000 families would be able to fulfill their drinking water and other domestic water requirements. The proposed reservoir would divert water to 7 major tanks, including the Mahakanadara, Nuwara and Nachaduwa. The reservoir construction would also pave the way to control flooding in the lower basin of Malwatuoya in Vavuniya and Mana districts. Tantirimale will be developed as an agricultural and economic centre. Measures will also be taken to uplift fishing industry and to upgrade infrastructure facilities. The project is to be completed within 4 years. Residents in the area have responded positively over the construction of a new reservoir.
And now Minister Ruwan Wijewardena says that there will not be any threat on the security of the country due to the lifting of the emergency status. Minister Ruwan Wijewardena stated that the emergency was extended in order to extend necessary protection to the Kandy Asala Perahara. He further stated that the police have requested the assistance of 3 armed forces for maintenance of law and order. As a result, the emergency was further extended by 1 month. The minister said, however, looking into the current security situation, it's obvious that the situation is under control. Therefore, there is no need to further extend the emergency law. The minister added that he believed that further extension of the emergency would create a major impact on the arrival of tourists to the country. Therefore, he stated that all have agreed that this was the correct time to withdraw the emergency law. A road in Malvana, Biyagama was changed to the name of former Army Commander General Hamilton Wanasinghe. The minister was the chief invitee of this occasion. A group including parliamentarian Harshana Rajakaruna was present.
Minister Sajjan Preveza says his opponents are accusing that his economic policies are bankrupt due to their fear of his development and welfare programs. The minister says that the people and the country will be brought forward through state administration devoid of frauds and corruptions. Minister Sajjan Preveza said that their rivals were appeared to have fainted by looking at their program. He further said that he has created an economic program that strengthens every generation in society. All are partners of the development process. He added that the great revolutionary turning point in the economy of the country would be commenced centering on the common masses next November. Those who had robbed the nation are against them today. The minister said that they would never do such things. The minister was addressing a ceremony held in connection with visiting in general public the Karamatiya public fair in Walasmulla in the Hambantota district today. The government has spent 45.6 million rupees for the construction of the public fair under the Samata Sahana program. State Minister Dilip Vedarachi has also attended the event.
Now the senior vice president of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Nimal Siripala de Silva, states that a decision will be taken before the 3rd of next month with regard to the candidate of the forthcoming presidential election. Addressing a ceremony in Badula today, he further stated that they would decide whether to field the SLFP candidate or to extend support to another candidate. Senior Vice President of the SLFP, Nimal Siripala de Silva, stated that SLFP members may ask what's their position with regard to the present-day crisis. He also stated that they would take a decision shortly in this connection. The SLFP Vice President added that their aim is not to contribute in an indirect way to pave the way for the victory of the rival candidate. He added that they would look into the candidate who has more preference among our party activists and who is more closer to the policies of the SLFP. He further stated that the convention of the SLFP will be held on the 3rd of next month. He has expressed hope that they, including the President, would be able to take a decision in accordance with the wishes of the people.
Ukrainian-based SkyUp Airlines plans to launch direct flights between Ukraine and Colombo. It has been reported that the SkyUp Airlines has submitted relevant application to the State Aviation Administration of Ukraine. The SkyUp plans to fly from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, to Colombo twice a week from the 1st of October. The SkyUp Airlines is regarded as a low-cost air carrier centering on Ukraine. At present, there are no direct flights between Ukraine and Colombo. Earlier, Kiev-Colombo flight was operated by Ukraine's largest air carrier, Ukraine International Airlines, which later closed it due to flight's inefficiency.
Member of Parliament Faizer Mustafa says that he requests authorities to provide facilities to receive the services of female Khati officials to carry forward the functioning of Khati courts. The request is exempted to be made at the revision of the draft bill in Parliament of the Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act. He made these remarks in a ceremony in Kahairia Girls' School in Mardana yesterday. Parliamentarian Faizer Mustafa stated that this issue has been debated for over 10 years. The Muslim women of this country have waged a struggle continuously to revise the Marriage and Divorce Act. He added that he held a view since those days that the Muslim marriage and divorce law should be looked through the angle of the desperate Muslim women. He added that they were able to come into an agreement on several issues. The revision could not be carried out due to disagreement among parliamentarians on female Khati officials. However, we need to resolve the problem. Parliamentarian further stated that he would be extending his support if amendments were brought to empower female Khati officials when the draft bill is presented before the committee stage proceedings. Minister Mustafa, or rather Parliamentarian Mustafa, has declared open the newly constructed flyover at the Kahira Girls School, built at a cost of 26 million rupees. And now moving on to the local stories in detail now. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that a country could not be developed merely through slogans. Addressing a ceremony in Muttur yesterday, he added that his alliance alone has the strength to develop the country facing challenges. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that a vote was conducted in a hurry, saying that the country would not be governed. He further stated that they did not decide to face a poll after the bomb attack, saying that they were unable to govern the country. Instead, the country was carried forward. The Prime Minister stated that they themselves have that energy. No group other than the alliance formed by the present government was able to fulfill that task. The others fled, expressing their inability. But the Prime Minister stated that they brought results amid scolding due to their confidence. Now is the time to increase employment opportunities. Debt has to be repaid. He called upon to create an export economy within the next 5 years. An export-oriented agricultural economy has to be set up. Tourism industry has also to be expanded. The Prime Minister said that they have the strength to do so. Therefore, he has called upon all to join hands to fulfill these objectives in the next 5 years. The ceremony has been organized in connection with the reconstruction of the road from Muttur Junction to Vakare. Under the Joint Road Development Program to join villages and towns, 124 roads are scheduled to be developed in the Trincomalee district through this island-wide project funded by the nation's development bank. The Ministry of Highways and Petroleum Resource Development says that construction of the new road from Mavanala to Gampola has been completed. The road enables to travel to Nuwara and Hatton in a very short duration by avoiding Kadugannava and Peradeniya towns in the Colombo-Kandy road. The present government has commenced the construction of the project in 2015 at a cost of 760 million rupees. The distance from Mavanala to Gampola through this road is only 28 kilometers.
Today is the second day of the Jaffna district series of the Rupavahini Ekata Sitimu national program. Many programs were conducted throughout the district today as well. More than 100 programs were conducted today covering the Chavakacheri Divisional Secretariat Division under the Rupavahini Ekata Sitimu national program. A national food safety program was held at the Kaithadi Agrarian Service Centre in the Chavakacheri DSD. Officials of the Presidential Secretariat have enlightened the general public on this occasion. The people were enlightened on a drug prevention program at the Navakuli Tamil Vidyalaya. Another workshop of the program to safeguard children was also held at the same location. School texts were distributed among 5,000 students at the Mallakam Central College in Jaffna. A national kidney disease prevention program was also conducted in the Valikamam West. The Presidential Task Force on Kidney Disease Prevention has handed over water filtering equipment to residents in the area. They were also educated on narcotic control as well.
Now, the Army Commander, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva, says that the Army will be modernized to suit the requirements of the future. He made these remarks while engaging in a tour in Kandy today. The Army Commander, Lieutenant General, has met the Mahanayaka of the Malwata chapter, Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera. This morning, he has venerated the sacred tooth relic at the Sri Dalada Maligava upon receiving blessings from the Mahanayaka of the Malwata chapter. Thereafter, he called upon the Mahanayaka of the Asgiriya chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnanaratnana Thera.
මගේ බලාපොරොත්තුව ශ්‍රී
The Army Commander, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva, stated that his wish as the Commander-in-Chief of the Sri Lanka Army is to first safeguard the country. The general public must be protected. He also stated that he considers it as his responsibility to carry forward the Army as an exceptional force that suits the need of the present day and the future. The Army Commander also stated that the gallant soldiers and members of their families must be taken care and fulfill their welfare needs as well. All those who are engaged in operational duties should be kept in good spirits. He also assured his commitment to safeguard the country at the cost of his life, despite whatever accusations are being levelled against him.
Organising Committee of the Nallur Kandasamy Kovil says that all arrangements are being made to conduct in grand scale the annual Theru Festival of the Kovil on the 29th of this month. Annual festival of the Nallur Kandasamy Kovil Jaffna was inaugurated with cup planting on the 6th of this month. The offerings or the pujas are being conducted under patronage of Sri Vaikundan Kurukkal. The Sun Festival was conducted yesterday. The Kailasa Vahana Puja is scheduled to be conducted today. The Sappara Festival is due on the 28th. Large number of devotees have arrived in the Nallur Kandasamy Kovil today as well.
The 2019 Vijaybahu Motocross Motorcycle Tournament was held at the Vijaybahu Regiment track in Boyagane today. The event has been organized for the 70th occasion. 13 events were included in the tournament. A special feature has been the inclusion of an event for those under the age of 10 years and 2 events for those under the age of 15. Competitors representing Japan, Thailand and India also took part. Kesar Godage was judged as the best emerging competitor of the tournament. Madhura Piris has been successful in winning the Army Commando Challenge Trophy. The best motorcyclist of the tournament was Japanese national Takase Tanaka, who secured victories in the 3 competitions. With that look at sports news, we conclude tonight's news live on Channel I. Do join us tomorrow at the very same time.
Good night.